Erica Wheeler has found a landing spot and is going over to Seattle to play with the Storm. So one of the sadder cuts from the Indiana Fever was Erica Wheeler because she was such a light ray of sunshine on that bench. She wasn't the most productive on the court, but she had her moments. And she came through later in the season a few times for sure. And that assist that she gave Caitlin for that long three bomb.
Look at Wheeler staring to the right side, knows who's there, drop pass behind. Could be the deepest shot we've seen Caitlin Clark make as a pro.
I think that's going to be burned into a lot of our brains for years, core memory. But from the time that her and her other Indiana teammates were watching the draft and Caitlin Clark's name got called, she has been nothing but super supportive, the most positive energy, and just like a cheerleader amongst the team. Unfortunately, she also had the highest salary on the team without being able to deliver on the court. So the Indiana Fever had to make the choice, and they decided to cut her, or they decided not to bring her back in her free agency. So she was on the market, and Seattle picked her up. And Seattle has a lot of work to do. I'm not exactly sure how they're looking offensively with this, signing. I'm assuming she's going to be backing up Skylar Diggins-Smith. But the Seattle Storm have also just lost Mercedes Russell, who went over to the Sparks for a high salary, kind of like a little too high for what she's worth, in my opinion. But I'm very curious as to what they're actually going to be paying in cap space for Erica Wheeler. I am assuming she is going to be taking a big pay cut. She was making $202,000 last season with the Indiana Fever. I am 99.9% sure that she is not getting that in Seattle. So it's looking like the Seattle Storm have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Lee Uru makes 8, but she's at training camp, so she's not definitely on the team. And they did just recently sign Gabby Williams to a $225,000 contract, and with Skylar Diggins-Smith making $214, that's the veteran max, and NECA making $195, they are Ezzy making $186. Yeah, they need to fill some roster space. So I'm thinking Erica Wheeler gets a max $90K, but that's just my guess because it looks like they have $356.4K left in salary, and they have a couple injuries. Jordan Horston just last week went down with an ACL in Athletes Unlimited, which is not a good sign for them. And Nika Mule also went down with her ACL playing over in Europe. So they actually only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Erica Wheeler makes 6 players on the roster. Wait, this is so crazy. They do have that number 2 spot in the draft, so depending on if Olivia Miles is going to be declaring or not, they'll definitely be taking her because in 2026, the salary minimums for rookies are going to go up, and Olivia Miles is, if you're thinking about the future of your team, like getting her at the salary that you're going to be able to get her this season is probably the best bet for you for how good she's going to get and grow into. I'm sure if she went to the Seattle Storm, maybe she'd play like an off-ball guard. Maybe Erica Wheeler would be coming in behind Skylar at the point, rotating in Olivia Miles maybe. But let's hypothetically say that Erica Wheeler does get $90K. If I subtract that from their cap room, they have $356.4K, which would give us $266.4 to get a couple players. And if they draft Olivia Miles and they take her, that would be $78,831 for a first-round draft pick for next season. That leaves them with $187.4K left to play with. And that isn't bad if you want to go out with 11 players, or maybe they sign Lee Uru for 66, which, Lee Uru is still on her rookie contract. Her salary is at $66,079. They have other draft picks also, and maybe they're going to duke it out in training camp. But Erica Wheeler is a great locker room presence, and I don't know if anyone else is aware, but Seattle has had some locker room issues recently with a lawsuit between Jewell Loyd, Allegedly, other members of the team kind of backing Jewell Loyd's claim that there was a lot of bullying going on from the coaching staff of the Seattle Storm. And it was alluded that Skylar Diggins-Smith, the coaching staff, and Nneka Ogwumike were kind of on one side, while a lot of the team members and Jewell Loyd and a lot of the other team members kind of claimed that there was a lot of favoritism, bullying going on. There was an internal investigation done, and there were no findings, but, you know, it was an internal investigation, so who knows? But that created issues with Jewell Loyd, having her request a trade from the Seattle Storm, to which she landed at the Aces. And Erica Wheeler is just one of those people that you want good things to happen to. So I only wish her good things over in Seattle. And, you know, Mercedes Russell is gone, Jewell Loyd is gone. I hope the messiness is all gone from Seattle and they can move forward and Erica Wheeler and Seattle can have a prosperous season.